Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to negotiate like a boss with a supplier. No pun intended, but we really do want to get down to the basics of understanding how to communicate with suppliers so that you're getting the best price. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in watching, be sure to stick around to the end. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, but without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so we're here in my computer on arguably the most well-known site for finding suppliers to source your product. And let's go ahead and just say we're gonna source like this sweatshirt or something. Okay, so of course we see this original price, $4.17 per unit, and that doesn't really mean anything. So of course, anyone who's ever dealt with sourcing would know that you have to reach out and contact the supplier. All right, so when you're contacting a supplier, I want to give you step one right away. We're just going to get right into this. Step one is that I like to say you need to have essence of an authority. Okay, so what I mean by that is that you can't be like, hi, my parents said it would be okay if I ordered 100 units from you. You kind of have to come across as someone that they can take seriously, because representatives of companies might try and take advantage of the fact that they sense your ignorance on a subject. They'll give you a higher price. Don't hold that above someone, because this is kind of a business where you want to get the most per unit, and rightfully so. They should get the most that they possibly can charge for a unit for anyone who's willing to pay that much. So with that being known, come in and have structure to how you're taking your stance in the conversation. And now let's move on to the next piece of this. So you could take that first piece as kind of having a template to use. So I personally have one that I use, and I've talked about it in the past. So this is not a template video. Go make your own template, okay? Or find the one I did before. I would do something like hello, and then you would introduce yourself in the next line in your company. Talk about the position in your company. You could say you're the sourcing agent for this company, or you're the CEO of this company. Usually if you're the CEO of a serious company, you wouldn't be reaching out. So that's why I usually say something like a sourcing agent, or I'm the, just a representative of this company. We sell physical products in the United States and we're interested in, and now that brings us to step two. Step two is getting to know your manufacturers, your suppliers' actual cost. And we can't get to know their actual cost, but we can get as close as possible. And what I mean by that is we can ask them in our quote. If we go back to my silly little sketch there that I did about asking my parents said I could order 100 units. When you ask for something so low like that, and you come across as this brand new seller who has no idea how to source, that's when you get the highest price possible. It is when you start phrasing a quote like this: please quote me for 500, or please quote me for 250, 500, 1,000 units. So that, what does that do, right? Well, when they answer, they're going to give you three prices. It'll almost never be the same for all three of those quantities. And of course, the higher you go, the lower you'll go. So the higher that you can do that, the more you can reveal what their cost actually is and what they can actually sell this product for. And for the most part, now there are situations where suppliers truly cannot sell at a lower quantity for the same amount of money because of the cost of materials associated with selling that many, but that's rarely the case, and it's kind of just this industry standard to have a lower price the higher you go. What I've found that works really good in today's exact time, at the time of making this video at least, maybe if you're watching this a year or two from now, this isn't really relevant, I hope this is not relevant, is that there's shipping restrictions on Amazon. So you could say something like, please give me a quote for 250, 500 units, and 1,000 units. They're going to come back with, okay, it's $2.50 for 250 units. It is $2 for 500 units, and then $1.70 for 1,000 units. Okay, so now you know that they can sell for $1.70. Just cut and dry, you know that they can do that. Whereas if you had just asked for 250 units, you would not have even known that. So now you can use that as leverage in the conversation and say, again, this brings me now to step three, the final step, which is tell, don't ask. Okay? Tell, don't ask. Never ask or come off as that person who doesn't have the essence of an authority. Can we please have this price? is not the essence of authority. I will order at this price, please make me an invoice is an authority. All right, so someone who's getting in there, knows what they want, knows their price that they can achieve, takes action. And that last part that I just mentioned is super important. Ask them when you give your final negotiation, say, I am ready to order 200 units at $1.70. And see what I did there? I asked for the price of the 1,000 units. Well, let me rephrase that, because I did not ask. I told them I would order at the price of the 1,000 units, not even bringing it up, just pretty much acting like that's what I have to get and that's what I'm willing to pay. Saying, okay, great, thanks so much for the quote. I will order, again, I will order, not can I order. I will order 250 units at $1.70 because Amazon currently has price restrictions right now, or I'm sorry, inventory restrictions right now. And I can't order more than that and send it in. That'll work perfect for us as a initial investment into this new product line. And in the future, once those restrictions are gone within the next couple months, we'll be happy to order thousands of units from you over the course of our relationship as, business relationship. So that kind of sets you up in the perfect light. And now I kind of zoomed through all that information, so this video doesn't have to be much longer. But hopefully now you can take those steps. Those are steps that took me a while to learn. At first, I took very rookie approaches to negotiation, just kind of going, off of no real data of their pricing and just saying, how about half the quote you just gave me? And that doesn't really work. And again, asking things. So take those tips that I just gave you and go deploy them in your own negotiations for products that you're thinking about sourcing for your Amazon or just physical e-commerce product sales business. So thanks so much for watching today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll see you here on the channel tomorrow for another one. Thanks so much. Later.